All of the founding partners of Paramount come from operating backgrounds and or went to hospitality school, either at Cornell University or Michigan State. My hotel education took place at the property level. My father owned several hotels in the Chicago area and would take me to work and have me work in different departments starting around the age of 10. Generally, he would drive me down in the morning, hide me in engineering or housekeeping. I didn't really appreciate what I was learning at the time, and in some cases really didn't enjoy some of the experiences. I vividly recall the chief engineer opening a pipe which was part of a sewer line, and a wave of God knows what started rushing out. I spun, sprinted to the stairs, up the stairs, and out of the engineering department for good. I was able to negotiate myself because of that experience and the trauma away from that department, got myself behind the front desk into sales and ultimately into management, asset management, etc., until I knew that I was going to be going into hotel brokerage.
You know, starting Paramount Lodging Advisors 7 years ago reminded me a lot about starting out in the hotel business. I got to manage a hotel in Atlanta, and we had a team of 24 people, and I was actually the youngest person at the hotel, and I had to manage them. And being young and new, where many of your employees had been in the industry longer than you have to be 10 times better. And the same kind of methodology came into play when we formed Paramount Lodging Advisors. We were competing against brokerage houses that had been around for decades, trusted relationships that had been there. How do we come in and be successful in that business? Well, we have to do everything better. We have to execute on service. We have to come up with innovative ways to do the business. We have to have a better product, more accurate valuation, and at the end of the day, provide a better brokerage experience for the customer. And that's how we started the company, and 7 years later, we come in every day, and that's how we look at it. How can we make it better? It never gets boring.
I came back from Arizona to Chicago, but I immediately went into working on asset sales, always with a broker representing my family. I was already suspect of the brokerage community based on an asset that had been sold using cap rate as a primary valuation method, even though it was a family-run business, typically very fat with very little NOI. Ultimately, the sales price was probably less than the value of the dirt that the building sat on. But there was a specific moment that I absolutely knew I'd be entering the brokerage business. We had one property left, and we were in a meeting regarding the sale of the property with a potential buyer. And at the meeting, it was a large desk. My family was on one side of the desk. I was positioned so I could see and speak to everybody on both sides. And the buyer and our broker were sitting across from my family. I sensed something that I'll never forget. It was undeniable that the broker was more interested in the buyer than his client, my family. They were a large investment group at the time who would clearly be able to provide more new business opportunities in the future above our family, who had our last hotel. After the meeting, I expressed my feelings to my family, and we decided, one, we would not sell the property. We would rather reinvent it, and we did. After that, I knew that I was going to be entering the hotel brokerage business and be working towards trying to build a platform that did it differently and did it in a manner that I could be proud of.
I'm really proud of the new Paramount e-listing site that we're launching in 2014. E-listing is the internal term we use to talk about electronic offering memorandums. It's how we present hotel investment information for buyers for listings that we have. And what we're doing next year is not been done before. It's really exciting. We're doing something we call PLA Express Check-in. And what it is in addition to all the information being online for buyers to look at, when one prospect asks a question of one of our agents, not only do we give them that answer, but we post that information online in real time for the other prospects to see. So everyone's working with real-time data in the most timely manner. We're creating an even platform, getting more information out there. And that helps us execute to get more value and push the pricing for the sellers. In 2014, we're expanding that system. It's going to actually, when we get new information on the property, it'll actually notify the prospects. It'll push it out to your email or smartphone and give you real-time data. So if you're looking at last month's financials, the new ones just came out, or some information in the market came out, we're going to let you know about that in real time.
Most everyone knows we believe brokerage is primarily about advocacy and knowledge. We cooperate internally as an entire team, and we also cooperate with outside brokers. Ultimately, creating value for our clients is our primary goal and our #1 priority. At the end of the day, knowing that you've done everything right allows us to feel a sense of fulfillment, not only individually, but as an organization. Being able to feel fulfilled in your place of work is something that I'm very proud of.